Here we are again with another video update regarding FETCH.AI sent to you via the Grap coin YouTube channel. The price is still trading inside the zone of support. A further dive into the support zone was clearly visible as the price dropped. In fact, we reached this type of goal location yesterday. The inner workings of a WXY structure were partially the source of inspiration for this. The first reliable level to watch is the 100% extension. However, with the business in such a downturn right now, the market also dropped into the conventional wave 4 support area. It is not common for a fourth wave to break below the 50% retracement, as any Elliott wave student worth their salt can tell you. Hence, in this case, not below the $1.28 mark. So far, we have maintained our position above that level, so there is no sign that anything more terrible is happening. At the moment, I find it more useful to view this as a wave 4 retracement. Should have $1.28 in it. It boils down to that, and probability is a key factor in all of it. Furthermore, no evidence of a low point has been found as of yet. All of the requirements for this change were met, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. Having said that, that does not mean the adjustment is complete. In a nutshell, it means that the structural requirements were met. We had a full ABC framework and enough waves completed. Broadly speaking, the market might have turned around and gone up the next logical route under better circumstances, but the correction has now gone negative. Separation from this swing high from April 8th, the high point at approximately $2.85 would have been necessary to establish a low point. That threshold, nevertheless, was never surpassed. We delved into the customary support after expanding the adjustment area. And there is a $1.59 gap between the support levels, which vary from $2.07 to $1.28. Also, with this last drop, I've added a microstructure. Even though ABC makes sense, I switched it to a WXY structure. In my opinion, WXY is the more reasonable choice given the circumstances and the overall structure. Here on March 28th at approximately $3.50, the X wave reached its height now. It seems like this last leg down is a C wave. The Y-axis is. At present, the Y wave is evolving into an ABC pattern. On April 8th, the B wave reached its height here, and the C wave, which is expected to be negative, is only now starting to form and might not be done yet. This might have been the fourth wave, and I think it might use one more low. Here we are at the bottom of wave 3. Wave 4 has either just begun or is about to begin, and lastly, one more. Looking ahead to wave 5, it is reasonable to predict low. On its own, structural analysis usually leads us to conclude that a break above signifies the initial sign of a low's development. Since the $2.74 level is clearly the second wave high, a break above it is required to signal that the bottom has been reached, but that's just the beginning. A break above $2.26 would just indicate that a low has formed. And that truly is the nuance. An initial indication that a low has formed would be a break over $2.26. However, more confirmation would be necessary if the price were to break above the high of wave 2, which is $2.74. In this case, the likelihood is more important than the level of confirmation, since this small fourth wave normally wouldn't get beyond the 50% fib level. Sure, I'll explain it immediately. There will likely be at least one more low point in this scenario, so that's reasonable. Also, the next level of support is around $1.59, as previously stated. On the other hand, after a turnaround in the first 5 waves up, our preferred pattern in this area is a 3-wave pullback. Those first 5 waves of ascent ought to. On top of the first of these levels that I indicated, the following will become clear after a low is identified. Going upwards much farther, the next going upwards target is $4.72. This concludes my FET report. Please let me know if you found the update interesting. Please hit the like button if that's the case. Please subscribe and leave a comment. Your attention to the Grap Coin channel on YouTube is much appreciated. So long.